Welcome to the ultimate backstage pass, the pulsating heart of the high school sports universe. Get ready to rock with the gang from the Corner to Corner podcast as they take their sports obsessions to new heights. Meet the dream team, Sean Kiper, Adam Muncy, Wes Crouch, and Daron Stevens, as they unpack the secrets, emotions, and triumphs that light up our local sports heroes. Whether you're gearing up for a game or unleashing cheers from the stands, get ready for an exclusive scoop that'll knock your socks off. It's showtime.
From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean, Wes, Adam, Daron on the beat. Downtown Mount Sterling, where the fans all meet. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat.
381. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Community Trust Bank Studios and the From Corner to Corner podcast. Sean here with you, Wes beside me, Daron on the radio controls over there and the TV controls. So ready for an exciting evening of softball action as we continue through our softball and baseball preview to the season.
Preseason preview.
Yeah.
Say that 5 times.
Yeah. I'd rather not.
Okay.
I'd rather not. So let's talk about the Rumpke week that was on the basketball floor, because that is literally the only thing going on other than some wrestling.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So this is the week, February 8th through February 14th games that we've got here. Last week, Bath County boys 1-3 on the week. A lot of these teams trying to catch up games from Snowmageddon.
Yeah, no kidding.
Bath girls were 1-2. GRC boys were 2-0. GRC girls were 4-0. They are now 22-2 on the season, rocking and rolling through that. Menifee boys and girls both were 0-3 last week, and the Moco boys were 2-0, and the Moco girls were 2-1. The girls are now 18-8 on the season, and the boys have moved to 14-10 with a 4-game winning streak.
Yep.
So both teams with some tough tests this week. The girls have Ashland coming to town on Thursday, and then the boys have Boyd County coming, who are the favorites to win the 16th.
Wait a minute, Ashland coming here? Or are they going to Ashland?
No, the girls are coming here.
Ashland's coming here.
Yes.
Yeah.
On Thursday. So,
yeah, and then the big, Boyd County being here on Saturday, game just added in.
Yeah.
That'll be a big game.
Yeah. Good test going into the district tournament next week. So
postseason play is almost here.
It's almost here. So it's been it seems like a fast-paced basketball season.
Somewhat.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Wasn't Christmas like last week?
Yeah. Well, that snowstorm took away 3 weeks of our lives, or at least it felt like it did.
Yeah.
So, you pretty much lost the whole month of January due to that.
Well, just go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and get this out there. It cost us money to stream the postseason. So we've got some fillers out there. If you've received a text, hey, we need some sponsors for the postseason. So if you're interested in that, get in touch with us. Shoot us a message on our Facebook page. However you can get in touch with us if you're interested in doing something like that. We definitely can use the sponsors for postseason play.
Yeah, and if you're watching this and you know somebody that might be interested, tag them or send them a message and go, hey, you need to do this, because we've got a really nice special deal that we're offering for people right now if they do sign up with us right now. So, check in with us on that part of it. We do intend on calling all 6 games at the district tournament here in Montgomery County, because obviously Montgomery County is hosting it. That's one of the reasons why we get to do it.
True.
But Clark County, Bourbon County, Paris County, and hopefully Katie's watching. and Montgomery, all those surrounding counties will
I'm
be.
glad you said that. I had totally forgot about that.
Until I started talking, I wasn't going that way, and then I was like, it's a Bath County show. I'll just give my shout out to Katie, the soccer coach over there. So.
I'm Daron. I think we need to get Sean to do a salesman post. We got a special going on Sunday.
If you buy today.
Well, and don't forget, it's not just looking for one. The more sponsors we get for the district tournament, the more platforms we can stream on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I have, between Wes and I today, we've sent out several text messages trying to
So and
that.
listen, and it costs us money to do, but it will be free for you to watch.
Yep.
It's not going to be like the region tournament. The region tournament is ran a little bit different. The region has to make their little bit of money. All teams that are in the region have to make their money, so they do put that paywall on the region tournament. But the district tournament, it does cost us money to the KHSAA to put it on, but it is free to watch. So if you, it is very important that we get a few sponsors to get everything going, up and running, and put out the best product we can.
Yep, absolutely. So,
But beyond that,
yeah. So that is our Rumpke week that was, and our weekly sponsor ad that we'll start running. Speaking of sponsors, Daron, let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back with our guests right after this. You are watching the Community Trust Bank Coaches Corner, presented by from Corner to Corner Podcast.
go community.
At Rumpke Waste and Recycling, family is at the heart of all we do. Our name is on every truck, every container, every facility. And we take pride in what our family name represents. Friendly, reliable service. Families trust us. Businesses trust us. Communities trust us. And you can too. Learn more about our family business and the important work we do at rumpke.com. Rumpke, waste and recycling done right.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled, his part of the big lunch meeting, and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
All right, we are back, and we are joined by Coach Kenny Williams, the Bath County softball coach. And since we have them on camera down there, it's the Allie and Allie show, Allie Manley and Allie Dillon. And then down here on the other end, we have Miss K-Tolle and Ryleigh Thompson. So thank you all for joining us. It's our first opportunity to fill the desk out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we've got people all over the place now. So now Daron gets to play with the cameras
work
to
your
make
cameraman
sure
out a little bit.
work. Yeah. Yeah. So he'll have to figure out the best way to do that part of it. So
I'm still missing one angle. So I said I'm still missing one angle, so I have to fill in.
So all four seniors are here with you tonight, Coach. We were talking a little bit prior to the show. Just one senior graduated last year, so you're actually going to bring some experience back this year.
Yeah, expectations are going to be there. These girls they've been playing a long time. They're ready to to step in that leadership role that Izzy has moved on, and we're expecting big things.
So
give us a rundown of. We didn't have you back from last season, so just give us a rundown of how everything ended last year, and and just kind of a recap of last year, and then we can kind of move into this year and what's going on there.
I was practicing in my head before we came on. So we finished 24-13 last year. Played a lot of really good teams. Like, our schedule really jumped up there, and we were in every game. Lost out in the first round of the region, and played a Ashland team that was running on all cylinders there toward the end. And we caught them. We had no earned runs, and we lost that game 3-1. So, our biggest struggle last year was offensive. We had lost 4 players that were in the top 10 of every offensive category that we'd had as a program. And coming into last year, we just struggled a little bit offensively. That was our Achilles heel for last year. And I'm looking forward to this year because all 4 of these kids had got a lot of at-bats last year. They, we played the state champs down in Florida. They got us 5-1. Every game we were in, and I'm looking hopefully that experience, we'll make the turn this year, and that'll carry us into bigger and better things.
Do you get to take that trip back to Florida this year?
We are. We're
They're all grinning over that.
I don't know how I'll ever break it in unless I catch a group that doesn't have a senior. I don't know how I would ever say, well, this is not the year we're going. And, what's that senior group going to look like? Or look at me like, well, we've been doing this for 3 or 4 years now. I think it's our 4th year going. So all these kids have had the chance to go all 4 years. They work hard. Their parents work hard. We've been very fortunate with a great group of boosters and a great community that's really jumped in and helped us out. And, I think one of the things that somebody I got to ask, why do you do that? Why every year? Why don't you go every couple of years, or why every 3 years? And I take it back to my first year. I got to go to Florida all my baseball career at Bath County. And I go back to that first trip we made to Cocoa Beach years ago, and the bus driver said, do you want to go the scenic way or do you want to go the straight way? And I said, well, let's do the scenic way. And, 3 or 4 girls got up. It's the first time they'd ever seen the ocean. Now, these girls have all experienced now. They get their chance to go, but that means a lot. And they probably will never remember playing Madison Central in Florida, or playing whoever in Florida, what the count was, and in that kind of situation. But they'll remember the good times that we did in Florida. We take them out to eat. We do a lot of activities, and they get to spend a lot of time bonding and stuff like that. That's the thing that it means a lot for me, and that's why we'll do what we can do to make sure they get to go there every year.
So, how many games do you get to do? Do you get to play down there?
You can kind of determine, at least where we go in Fort Walton, we'll kind of determine our schedule, but it's typically 5 varsity and 4 JV. And to me, 2 years ago, I think it was, girls, you can remind me, I think we played more JV than we did varsity, just because I am very big on trying to get that JV, and those JV kids as much playing time, because that's a group that's going to be coming on. And a lot of times, especially with the weather here in March and first part of April, they get cheated. We might play an inning. We might get 2 innings. And the whole transportation problem with the buses and stuff like that, we get a late start, and, you got to get these girls home in time. They would prefer I stay out till midnight because then they don't have to go to school the next day. But you got to get them home and get them to bed at a reasonable hour. So when we get to Florida and we've got, a whole day to play, I try to get as many JV games in as we can.
There you go. That's fun. The fun part of it. So
I don't know. Last year, if we asked you, or I guess it was last year. No, it was longer than that.
It was going into last year.
He was one of the last shows that we had in the
That's right.
studio.
That's right. So tell us about your staff. I don't know that we went over your staff last year.
I've got
who's playing first? Who's coaching first?
Brittany Ryleigh, she is a former player there. I'm blessed. I've got a couple former players there, former coach, a former baseball coach is going to start helping us out, and then a gentleman from Carlisle that the girls kind of they really appreciate him, and he's their fired up. He's their biggest cheerleader. But Brittany Ryleigh is she'll coach first this year. LaShawna Barnett is.
Hey, I know her.
Well, she coached there at Bath County for a year, but she's kind of my administrative go-to. She's the one that takes care of a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff that I really don't want to fool with. Haley McFarland's a former player of mine. She played all 6-7 years for me. She's kind of there to help us with the stats. Madison Henderson is another former player. She's got a sister on the team. She helps us out. Brent Hobbs he's the gentleman from Carlisle that he's the one that kind of he's their pump up person, and then you got Brock Baver's going to help us out some this year, former former pitcher at UK. And
you got a major league baseball staff.
I do. We got, our numbers are big. We got 20, 21 kids out this year, so it helps to get to send all these players. A lot of movement in practice. And
does it mean a lot to have, because the teams that we've had on so far, whether it's softball, whether it's baseball, they've got people that are in the community or been with the program for quite a while. But is it big time help for coaches that you bring on that have played Bath County of softball
Absolutely.
before, and can relate to them?
Those two ladies that I mentioned earlier, they've been in my system, so they know what my practices, what they consist of.
Right.
Same thing with all these seniors. I could not show up tomorrow, and we could do it on the turf, we could do it on the field, or we could go in the cage, and we have our system. They could all run it without me and those assistant coaches. But the thing I like about having all the assistants, I don't care about having assistants during a game. That doesn't mean, that just fills the dugout. But at practice, it gives us the opportunity. I hate idle time. I hate girls standing around watching. And it gives us a chance to, this group goes here, and this group goes here, and this group goes here. And you've got 2 or 3 coaches helping with every station or whatever we're doing. And that to me is worth a whole lot.
When we talked to Coach Hart, he had expanded his assistants, and he said the same thing. You take them, don't worry about it. And what the process is.
Right,
what we're
absolutely.
trying to get done, and it helps you be able to kind of stand back and.
I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So the more or the less I can do, and the more administrative I can be, the more fun I'll keep doing, and the longer I'll be around. But that's the main thing, is just being able to do a lot of things at one time and accomplish a lot. That you don't have to sit there and me having a 3-hour practice, 20 kids and me, I can get it done in an hour and a half. So,
I'm going to side shift for just a second. Coach Williams has set a precedent tonight. Do you understand that?
Why? What?
His team is in their uniforms, man. How freaking cool is that? And by the way, are these new? Because I know we've got the old jersey hanging in the window over there.
Those are last year's new ones. We've got we got a couple new ones this year.
Yeah.
I try to get each senior group.
Did you just ruin a secret?
They know about it, but
yeah,
we have to keep. It's a long story.
We've got 40. We've got another 40 minutes left. So
it looks great though, having them in their uniforms.
These guys, they do that, and I'd like to say it's out of respect for me and my military OCD. We showed up at practice. We had a practice yesterday morning before church, 7:00. They all rolled in. Everybody was on time. So props to all the lady cats out there, and they were all matching. We show up today. We go out on the turf. They're all wearing white over gray, and that's each senior group has kind of set the tone on that. And I asked the girls. I sent a text out to the girls about this. I said, by all means, you don't have to match, but please wear something Bath County softball specific.
Yeah.
And then they came up with this. So
that's mad respect for you right there.
Well, I appreciate it.
Might be the very first time we've had them show up in uniform.
You're going to get into. I think you'll ask another question here in a minute about our
text
footwear.
Message is absolutely getting blown up right now by a coach that you might know, and he's asking some pretty strong questions.
Well, we can get to that in a minute. Or we can ask the girls and leave me out of it.
No, that's really, really cool. And so is there a text thread that you all send it out going, okay, this is what we're wearing today?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's on a weekly schedule.
Just between them.
Yeah, I'm not on it.
He's not on it.
No.
Yeah.
That's only through Parent Square or whatever they use.
It's got to go through like 2 groups. Like it goes through the 4 of us and then it goes out to everybody else.
So you the 4 of you all decide what you're going to do. So whose idea was it to wear these uniforms tonight?
That'd be my idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
I got to get credit with Coach Kenny. So.
No, I think it looks great. And
Sean, do you get the impression she was waiting for you to ask that question? She was on it.
It was me.
That was me. All me.
Yeah. No, I love that. And
Well, I mean, we'll just go ahead and do the shoe question now, since we're talking about the uniforms and it just kind of fits. You know, we've had all these people on. They're like, you know, especially the basketball. They were like team shoes. We've only seen one team stick to the team shoes, and that's the Bath County Lady Cats, and they stick to their team shoes. Now, when I say that, I think maybe Menifee County does too. I'm not really sure, but I know Bath County Lady Cats stick to the team shoes. So I think the answer is going to be no, but do you have team shoes that everyone wears? Oh, everyone wears the same shoe.
Yes.
Yes.
So what shoe are we wearing?
We wear Nike cleats. We all like the metal cleats, and then we also got some new molded cleats for when we play on turf in Florida this year.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. So in high school, you are allowed to wear metal studs?
Legs up, take them out. Metal cleats all the way. Yep.
That's basically.
That one caught me off guard. That's really good.
So you all don't have a turf field?
We don't, no. And
listen, that's not like football. I mean, it's few and far between that you come across a turf field at any of these schools still yet.
I think, you saw like GRC went turf. Menifee is going to have turf infield and a grass outfield. For me, I'm an old school. I take a lot of pride in our field. I think Coach Hart was talking about that when he was on here as well. But I would put our field up, our field surface, and especially for the infielders. Now, you've got 3 outfielders and 1 infielder here. But for our infield, I'd put it up against – I'd almost put it up against Great American. We take that much pride in that infield and not having bad hops and a very soft surface for the ladies. And we water every game. I'll stand out there, and if it's not me, it's somebody. We'll put water on it and run the water bill up for the park. But the turf on the aspect of getting the field ready would be great. But we have a really good field. So
I got you.
Do you run across much competition that is on the field? Because I know you mentioned for Florida. Mm-hmm. So is that probably the one time you're going to see that this year?
No, we play in places that have turf fields and stuff, but I would rather play at our home field any day because it's so beautiful, and you just have to give thanks for all the coaches and the Parks and Rec crew and who maintain it, and it's just so nice. So
it's just a natural field.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, even if there is a little bit of a lip, that's part of the game. Going from the infield to the outfield.
We take care of the lip. We manicure it. That's really go in, and we've got a lot of people that take a lot of pride.
Scissors and go down.
It's been done. I'm not gonna lie, it's been done. Yeah. Now our outfield doesn't come in as much as I would like.
Coach is down there with scissors. Please take a picture and send that to us. Please.
Even Chase laughed at that one. So just one more question about the shoes, because I think you might be the first softball, baseball team that's banned team shoes. What kind of was there choices there? Is that something that you guys talked about too, or you only had one option?
It goes back to there's 2 folds to this. One is I went to high school with. She started out with Nike as something, but now she just took over the Division I NIL stuff for Nike. So she was at the Super Bowl, she was at the Pro Bowl. Well, I went to school with her. We grew up together, and she has blessed me in this program. We'll always have a swoosh. So she's been very generous when it comes to uniform time. Now, the cleats go back to when I started 15, 16 years ago. I have a gentleman in there at home that he's always purchased our cleats, and he's done that for 15, 16 years. So every year, he'll write a check and we'll buy cleats, and the girls.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They get the benefit of that. So.
I mean, the podcast likes Nike.
We're about 2 or 3 weeks away from my swag because I brought swag last time, and I'm just so close to having it.
Okay. Yes.
I was probably last time wearing Nike.
I brought you a bucket hat.
He showed up and said, "Who's the extra large?" I was like, "Thank you."
I have worn the bucket hat, believe it or not.
So. All right,
Wes likes boasting about that hoodie because he's the only one that's got one.
That's right.
I'm working on it. I promise. I'm working on it.
This right here is kind of nice.
Yeah.
All right, so if you've got just all you infield players, I mean all the regular players on the team's got is the does the pitcher have the same shoe, or is there just a little bit different shoe for the pitchers?
It's the same.
It's the same. Okay. All right.
I'll get an extra pair for all the pitchers. Like I'll have a pair in case they're toe. Because I know Ringer and some of those brands have got like pitching toe shoes.
Yeah.
That with the extra rubber on them, and I'll buy extra set. I always have an extra set on hand for the pitchers.
Gotcha.
That's what he was getting at because we just learned that.
I was like, what is that brand?
Yeah.
But it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So
are they red and white or?
This year, one's white and black, and the other one's like gray and black.
Okay. Okay.
Metals.
Cool.
Love it.
Cool.
Yeah, we don't cut no corners. We're gonna scar you up if we can. If you stay in the baseline.
Yeah, no, the swag's a big deal when it comes to high school sports and stuff like that. So, I think it's really cool that you guys, it's kind of a passing of the torch thing for the seniors to be like, ooh, wow, we get to pick what we're wearing. Now, who controls the auxiliary cord on the bus?
That would be our manager.
Oh, okay.
Elena.
The other senior?
The other senior.
Okay.
She's always on music.
Okay.
Always.
She's not.
Yes.
So everybody likes her choice of music?
Yep.
I'm sure there's a meeting of the minds to make sure that the playlist is.
Well, they ask us to pick out a couple songs, and we all come up with it, and we're like, okay, we want this one, we don't want this one, and it's a process. It's really hard for us to do this.
Is there ever a time that a song's like, okay, we can take that off the playlist
yes,
now, we're done with
every day.
Every day?
Okay, so we asked this a couple weeks ago. So do you all have walk-up songs?
Yes.
Wes, you read my mind.
So just starting with Allie.
Mine is South on Ya, Thought It Comes.
Okay.
Mine is Poison by, I don't know who it's by. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah, but there's one that we discovered yesterday that I might have to switch.
Wait.
Throwback Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. Wow.
Yeah.
That one threw me off.
That was a hit when I was in
Yeah. I had it going through my head. Okay.
Okay, now mine, I'm pretty sure I changed it this year to Up by Force Rank.
Okay.
Mine
lost me on that one.
Mine is the Imperial March from Star Wars. Like
yes!
Okay.
That is fantastic.
I am all in.
Yes. We're both big
Belle Biv
Wars
DeVoe
guys.
and the Imperial Walk.
That's fantastic. We didn't ask that last week to the guys.
No, we didn't.
Carson is Sean's new favorite.
I mean, Allie had it, and then because that's a great. So, what are you thinking about changing it to?
Wait, I need help. I don't ride with me because one of my friends in like 8th grade, I think it was it Abby or Kylie? Somebody they came up with G Money because my middle name starts with a G because there's so many Allies, so they came up with G Money, and it was just kind of a joke. I hated it.
Well,
and so now it's always G Money. So in that song, it's like must be the money. So I might have to change it.
Coach,
I haven't decided.
You don't have to call her Allie anymore. You just call her G Money.
I do call her G Money. Okay. I've got so many Alleys I can't keep them straight anyway, so she's automatically G Money.
That is a pretty cool nickname. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good.
They've even got a cheer and all that stuff for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does everybody have
cool.
a nickname?
kind of, yeah.
What's yours?
I'm K-Tolle.
K-Tolle. All
yep.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Just Rye.
Just Rye.
I'm Dilly-Dilly.
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 Yeah.
You got to do that with an English accent.
You remember those commercials? We won't say what they're
That's
about.
what I was getting ready to say. That's what comes to my head was the commercial.
Dilly-Dilly. Yeah.
All right. On that note, let's go pay some bills. You're watching the Community Trust Bank Coaches Corner with the From Corner to Corner podcast. We'll be right back.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled. His part of the big lunch meeting and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
still can't believe she's gone. I don't know how we're going to plan all of this.
I know. I felt the same way when your granddad passed. The Kaufman Funeral Home really helped us get through it.
Were they compassionate?
More than that, they took care of us. They made us feel like family. They handled the entire situation from beginning to end.
At Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematorium in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, we're honored to walk beside your family with dignity and compassion every step of the way.
That's exactly what we need right now.
Kaufman Funeral Home, where we believe every life is a beautiful story that deserves to be honored with love, dignity, and heartfelt celebration.
Hands clacking, bats cracking, fans cheering. We're never slacking. Corner to corner, you know what we do. Representing hometowns all the way through. 4 counties, 1 voice, 1 goal. To lift the kids up and let the stories be told. From the bleachers to the field, it's all heart. We're more than a podcast, we're a community part. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean, West, Adam, Daron on the beat. Mount Sterling made, where the love runs deep.
Spring is here. Are you sure your roof is ready for the rain? Winter weather can leave behind hidden damage like loose shingles, cracked flashing, and clogged gutters, all of which can lead to costly leaks. At CRC Roofing and Renovations, we provide expert spring roof maintenance, leak prevention, and repairs to keep your home safe and dry. Don't wait until water damage ruins your home. Call CRC Roofing and Renovations today at 859-327-3913 or visit our website to schedule your free spring roof inspection. Protect your home with Central Kentucky's trusted roofing experts.
Back with Bath County softball.
Oh, yes. What? We're back to let's get everybody on the screen.
Oh, he did. He got that figured out. So, well, I mean,
Did you have any?
not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I'm just glad to have both cameras working now.
So, Coach, we were kind of talking just as we were getting ready to come back from commercial. What's the schedule look like? I know you said you don't hold back. You had a hard schedule last year.
Yeah, we've really, I think if you can say this, we've kind of stepped it up this year. We'll start out the first week. We've got Assumption and Mail coming for our invitational, but on Friday night of that, we're going to play a back-to-back. I don't know if the girls even know this. We're going to play East Jessamine first, and then Ryle's coming in. Then the next morning we'll get up. I don't know if you know, but we're building 3 new fields. The Parks and Rec over there in Owensville, we're building 3 new fields. It's adjacent right to our property, and I'd hoped that those were going to be ready in time, but the weather has just killed us. Yeah. So I had to kind of condense the tournament. So Assumption and Mail is going to come down, and then when we get to Florida a couple weeks later, we've got a really tough schedule down there. A couple of big schools around Columbus. The team from Tennessee we're playing, I think, was 28-5 last year and made a pretty deep run in their state tournament. Going to Lafayette, playing Bryan Station down there in Lexington. Trying to think. We've got Covington Holy Cross coming to our event on Derby Day. Sorry. I think we've got 4 or 5 teams that played in the state last year, so we're coming back with a pretty tough schedule. And all that just to, the girls have heard me say it 1,000 times. If we get punched in the face, let's come out swinging and we'll punch back and we'll see what we got. So at least get us ready for postseason.
So you got 4 seniors. Tell us a little bit about the rest of the lineup. What's our pitching staff look like? Do we have any 8th graders, freshmen that's going to be contributing? What's the rest of the roster looking like?
I've been very fortunate. We're the first time in my entire tenure. I've got a stable of pitching. We've got going to be headed off by Kylie Hodson, who was our guest. She was with Izzy last year here or downtown. Avery Baber, who has got a lot of buzz going on about her right now. She's really picked up on her. She's really worked hard on her pitching, and she hits the ball a ton. And Addie Reed, who did a fantastic job. I think I got questioned by every pundit at the regional tournament last year, but I started her in the regional tournament just because those teams hadn't seen her, and she's got the 3 of those kids are so different that I really feel like it's going to give us an opportunity keep a lot of teams off balance. And at least as of whatever today is, February the 16th, 17th, whatever, in my head, I think we're going to go into every game and they're all going to see an inning or two, and we'll hopefully keep teams off balance, and these kids and the other 5 of them will get our offense going enough to where we can put some runs on the board and kind of put it on cruise control and go on into it. There'll be Allie G here is she's a middle infielder. She's that kid. I don't know if you remember last year when we were here. She's that kid that bid her time and kind of put in the work and had to play behind Ashton Barrett. And she finally broke through last year. And if she doesn't get her hand, she got a hand injury that she really tried to keep quiet from me. But it was going to be a big time breakout season for her. And she'll be holding down one of the spots in the middle. The other spot will be between Addie Reed and how she'll work in. Third base, a phenomenal third baseman, Allison Bretz, who's another A. She's probably the best defensive third baseman I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of softball, but she is without a doubt the very best defensive third baseman I've ever had, and I think her step offensively is going to be one of the keys that's going to kind of make us take that turn. My 3 starting outfielders are right here, and then behind the plate will be Abby Barnett, who played a little bit outfield for us last year and played some shortstop. She had to play behind Izzy, as a catcher. So expecting big things out of her. I think she's gonna, she's matured a lot. And then you go into Allie Dillon, who has been a 4-year starter for me. She's gonna hold down probably the center field spot, if I was guessing. She's our leadoff batter. She'll set the table for us, and we'll kind of ride. It's always been the case with our leadoff hitters, even when Ashton was there. We go as they go. So if Allie's having a good day, then hopefully we're all having a good day. But I'm hoping this year, more than anything, that if Allie's not having a good day, we've got these 3 to kind of pick her up. Carson will take one of the other outfield spots, and Ryleigh's best season ever in the outfield as a right fielder. She won a Gold Glove for us that year, and she's a phenomenal outfielder that hopefully takes that next step offensively. She, I really wanted to work on her small ball game last year, and she did. But her biggest thing was confidence, and I think this year she's been absolutely crushing the ball. So confidence will play a big part for her this year. And Karson, she's going to bat in that 4-5 slot, and she's going to be the one that kind of protects Avery, who is probably being the other, whichever opposite. And they'll protect each other. You'll have a hard time pitching around them. And when she gets a hold of the ball, it's gone.
I kind of had a feeling she might be the home run hitter.
Yeah, she crushes the ball. She's got a really quick, hard swing, and when that ball's hit,
you got a goal for how many you want to hit this year?
I'd like to get into double digits, so okay. I have no specific goal, but my really big goal is just to get to base every time.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, I don't know if you know this, but you're almost at like the Bath County record for most grand slams in a game.
In a game?
In a career.
In a career.
Yeah. I think you had 3. Did you have 3 last year? Carson, did you have 3?
I had 2 last season.
Yeah, and was that, we were at West Jessamine, and you had the table set for that.
Yes.
That was so
We
good.
had the table set like 2 or 3 more times, and I choked up.
So how many grand slams do you have currently?
I got 2 last season.
And the record, I think for us is 4, maybe.
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Get on base, girls.
Yeah, right. So let's talk about this hand injury. Did you just hide it? Was it pain that finally overtook you? And like, Coach, I can't do this.
No, she didn't say.
I never said anything. I had to eventually start wrapping it because it was like I would hit the ball and I'd just be like, oh, well, I can't feel it. And so I would run to first and I would just kind of like shake my hand the whole time. And I thought that he didn't see me, but apparently he did. Either that or somebody snitched on me. Yeah.
Yeah. I really started paying attention, and even during the pregame when we were hitting and stuff, you could see the grimace in her face. So I went to her. We were closing down the stretch of the season there, and I wanted to rest her. And I thought we were going to have to fight. I really thought she was going to
I've never been so mad in my life.
But I did. She sit down a game, and she came back, and whatever she did to tolerate it all that time, she really turned it up a notch because I couldn't see anything. After that day of rest, she wasn't going to let me take her out. So
I had to fight to get back in.
Hey, so, I mean, you sat behind Ashton, and you're like, I got my opportunity. I'll be danged if I lose it over a stupid hand.
I was like, it's fine. I'm a junior. It's fine. We'll just swing it.
Hey, you can't teach toughness, and you can't teach leadership. And, you know, that's pretty good sign right there for sure.
So we've had an off season that's been less than ideal for softball because, you know, I know you all probably got started.
Balls on the ice?
I mean, you can.
They get on you pretty quick. But at least you got the metal cleats to dig in.
That's exactly right. So, I mean, what have you all done, you know, up until this point? I mean, just gym work, you know, we hear a lot of weightlifting and stuff like that. And what have you all been doing to get yourself better, you know, in this silliness that we've just seen?
You know, we've hit the weight room really, really hard this year, and when we're not in the weight room, we're either, we had our first gym practice yesterday morning, but usually we're in the cages, and we work out while we're in the cages too, and we also hit the whole time. So we've really worked on offense a lot, like in this off season, since we haven't been able to be on the field.
So when you get to the field, the focus is going to try to be on some defensive
We
stuff.
we were on the turf today. Just our field, it's just too wet down there. I'm hoping it'll dry out in the next couple of days, and then we're going to get a rain, and we'll be right back in the same cycle. But we started really aggressive in the weight room. I wasn't too worried about getting on the field and all that. We did have a good fall. We got a lot accomplished this fall and got to see, you know, a lot of these younger kids that I hadn't got to see. Got to see a lot of stuff out of them, and we hit the weight room. Then we had this weather, and it was, you know, missed 2 or 3, 4 days, and then kind of get back into school, and then missed a month and get. So we started to send out homework, and I don't know if they'll tell the truth, but I feel like everybody was committed and did the homework on as far as the push-ups, the sit-ups, the whatever that was for that, and then we got back kind of going back into the cages. And I'm like I already told you, I don't like idle time. So when we get in the cages, my thing is I want to get them 100 swings, a lot of tee work, a lot of muscle memory, and then doing a lot of live. We'll rotate into 4 different stations of live pitching. They'll get to see 4 different arms. And I'm hoping that'll pay dividends when we hit the season, and we get to see a lot of offense, and I'm going to get our offense going and see a lot of runs on the board.
I'd say your seniors definitely did their homework, especially G Money. She ain't skipping that. You know? But, you know, you never know about the underclassmen. You know.
You know, you talked about having kind of an outside just players text thread or something like that, and with you know, 4 seniors, 5 seniors, you know, have you all? Were you all during that time? Were you all texting one another saying, "Make sure you do this, make sure you do this"? I mean, what's it been like being seniors and knowing that you all have to be, you know, that leader on the team going into this season?
Well, it's been pretty easy this year because you get to split the leadership role up by 4 people, and then sometimes even the team manager. But all of the girls on our team are like so accountable, and like they're tough, and they're just ready to go. And I really appreciate that. So it's pretty easy being a leader when you have others to hold you up and keep you accountable yourself as a leader. So
I think it's like kind of crazy because when me and Allie started, we were the babies. So we were 12. So I always looked up to those seniors, and I was like, wow, like they're so old. I will never be that old. And then now that I'm there, I'm like, they did all this. It's just kind of crazy to think about that I'm the same age that they were, and it's
You're
just,
like, I had no idea they had all these responsibilities.
That's just kind of, it's in the back of my mind. So is that
12? Is that 7th grade?
Yes.
So you all have been playing on the high school team since 7th grade?
Yes.
Yeah. So you literally have learned everything that you possibly can learn from him.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
They were, I don't know what our numbers were, but I needed some practice players. I don't want to say practice dummies, but I need some practice players, and they stepped into that role and got to see we've had some good rides in that amount of time. So, And I do put a lot. I'm 15, 16 years into this. I'm over. I don't need to crack the whip. I'll let them do it. I put a lot on them. I'll text one of them about every day and have some kind of questioning or what's your thoughts on this, or what do y'all want to do on this, or I put a lot of control into them. And kind of like Karson was alluding to, last year it was just Izzy. It was a dictatorship. Izzy, it was Izzy, you know. And this year there's 4 of them to bounce it around to. So
I mean, going to the Air Force, it's kind of like
said we got to do this.
Yeah. Well, they called her boss. I think it's.
Yeah,
we're waiting on the boss to get here to tell us. So,
That's fantastic. So, you know, girls, you think about it. You know, you mentioned you were the 7th graders, right? Now you're the seniors with that opportunity to lead those younger individuals. And so you know now more about what that respect was, right? Yeah. So you know how important it is to treat them and teach them the way you all were taught. So, you know, it's a really good full circle on that. So do we have any 7th graders or 8th graders that are going to make a difference this year? Or
no, we're fortunate. All our kids are high school age. There was some. I was leaning toward maybe looking at some middle schoolers, but at the end of the day, I think we've got every position filled, varsity and JV wise, with the high school kids. We've got ample pitching, which is typically something that you would bring up a middle schooler for. So we're good on that part too. So they have actual true freshmen that they've got to kick around a little bit, but they all lead by example. They do, and you can see them pulling to a kid to the side, and it's not me barking, it's not any of the other coaches barking. It's them saying, listen, this is kind of what he's looking for on this. Right or wrong, this is what he's looking for on this. So do it that way, and then that's kind of the way they lead by example.
That's great. That's fantastic.
So what one thing have you all worked on individually to get ready for the season? We'll start with Karson.
Okay. I know I told you all earlier my mentality is like I'm trying to get to base and everything, and I had I took my summer off, and so I'm a little bit like, rusty and stuff. So I'm trying to get my speed back and just perfect as much as I can to the best of my abilities, and that's my thing I've been working on.
Karson,
put push-ups and sit-ups, right? You did the push.
We don't need to talk about that.
Karson's in the band. Karson has a portfolio of activities she does, and credit to her for the way she manages her time. She does do a good job at
I can't even imagine. The band is a full-time gig.
Well, she has a lot on her plate, and they all do. They're all do a very good job of managing her time. But Karson's she's going to sing our national anthem. She's going to play left field. She's going to bat 400 and hit 16 home runs. So Karson's got a lot going on.
3 grand slams to break the record.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah.
Ryleigh?
Okay, my biggest thing, like Coach K said earlier, is my confidence, my mentality going into it. So this year, my mentality is to be like a goldfish. Don't care. Oh well, forget about it. It's gone. That's my biggest thing this year.
So not to dwell on if you strike out, you just don't dwell on that.
That's
you just
in the
go,
past.
okay, that's in the past. I know, I see how that pitcher's pitching. I can do better next time.
Yeah, she might need to clarify that. It's not that she don't care when she gets
No, that's Riley's thing. You could see, she would have a bad at bat, and she would sometimes take it to the field, but even worse, take it to the next at bat. And for Ryleigh, that was the biggest thing and we talked about this earlier, a couple of weeks ago. She said, this is my mentality going into this season, and next pitch, all right, I can't do anything about that, but next pitch. And Riley's going to have a great season. I already know it. She's hitting the ball better than I've ever seen her. We talked about that the other day too. So when she puts it all together, I hope they all have a great season, but Ryleigh, I really want her to have a good season for her.
I mean, it's not just physical attributes. I mean, you've got to pay attention to what's going on in the game. I mean, we've talked about it with all these teams. There's such a mental aspect to every game, every practice, but every game. And watching that pitcher pitch and seeing how they pitch to you the first time, if for some reason, it doesn't go right the first time, you're like, okay, I kind of see what the pattern is.
Yeah, they do a very good job of communicating with each other and grabbing each other. So what did you see? What did I see? You know, they do a good job with that, and hopefully that continues.
Okay, Allie.
So as we talked about last season, my hand was a big factor in how I played, and so I really would like to not let that happen again, first of all. And second of all, I want to up my offensive game, because I really feel like that took a lot away from my offense, because I did feel like I started the season, I kind of hit the ball, because I've always been, I would consider myself more defensive than offensive, of course.
Gotcha.
But I would really like to step up my offense and be able to make up for what I lost last season.
If you charted her, you know, she was mid 400s starting out, and then I don't know exactly when that hand thing happened, but you could chart that her batting performance was going down, and that's hard for anybody, you know, to know that every time you make contact, that pain is going to go through that. But you know, props to her, because she wasn't going to let me take her out. So,
Allie.
Kind of like Ryleigh and Carson said, like my mentality, my confidence, just, you know, saying that like it's over, it's done with, you know, if you strike out or if you mess up, like don't take it to the field or don't take it up to bat, like it's over, it's done with, go on with the next play, like, you know, just letting everything kind of roll off my back.
So it sounds like these girls and these girls representing the team defensively. Not that you don't have a whole lot of worries, but they know each other so well, and the infield and you know, everything kind of molds together so well defensively that as long as you can get some offense out of your team, sky's the limit.
Yeah, I absolutely think that, you know, if these guys will get it going offensively, and a lot of that'll be that first couple of weeks of the season, if they get it going and they see some success with that, I think that just carries on throughout the rest of the year. Sure. Our schedule, you know, they're going to see a lot of tough pitching, especially, you know, right off the top of the season. We're going to see a lot of hard pitching. So if they get a little confidence going with that and put some runs on the board, I think the sky's the limit for us. And if not, like you said, our defense it should keep us, and our pitching for sure should keep us close, even when that offense is not rolling on all cylinders like we hope it is.
Allie, what was the chorus of your walk-up song again? How'd it go?
Which one? The one I'm going to
do?
do?
Money. Yeah. We got to make some money.
No, it's like, it has like the regular chorus, but like it pauses, and the thing is you say, must be the money.
Hey, must be the money.
Yeah, that.
Oh, Sean didn't catch my reference there. It's time to pay some bills. We got to make some money.
I know. I was getting ready to do that. So, all right, let's take our final commercial break. We'll come back and hand out some awards. You are watching the Community Trust Bank Coaches Corner with the From Corner to Corner podcast.
If you're driving by and see that light, stop on in, get your colors right. It's more than gear, it's your story design. At Incoviv Designs, every thread's a sign. Got a dent or scratch, no need to despair. Jacob's Auto Body, we're beyond compare. Custom paint, so sleek, insurance on our side. 70 years of trust, we're your hometown pride. Jacob's Auto Body, we'll make it like new. 859-274-7425 is the clue. Jacob's Auto Body, run the show.
Special thanks to Brent Wehunt, proud sponsor of our Menifee Athlete of the Month and scholarship programs.
At Rumpke Waste and Recycling, family is at the heart of all we do. Our name is on every truck, every container, every facility. And we take pride in what our family name represents. Friendly, reliable service. Families trust us. Businesses trust us. Communities trust us. And you can too. Learn more about our family business and the important work we do at Rumpke.com. Rumpke, waste and recycling done right.
No way.
With Bath County softball.
I tried to come back in time to get that.
Let's not go over what we just talked about.
Anywho.
So, one last
Life
question.
360 will get you every
Yes. I didn't even think about that. Oh, my gosh.
When you get the flames coming out the back of the car, that's not good. One last question for you all. So, being seniors, what is any four of you all thinking about playing or want to play softball in college? And just say, yes or no. And if you've had some, people reach out to you, or just let us know about, or if not, that's fine. Just let us know what your plans are after school.
I haven't had any offers, but I haven't reached out to anybody. But I'm going to Moorhead for school, and so me and my dad have been talking, and he wants me to try to walk on, but I don't know what I'm going to do.
Sure.
I have an offer, but I think I might have to decide to go to Moorhead for different reasons.
Okay.
But that's where I'm at.
What do y'all want to do at Moorhead?
I want to go into vascular sonography.
Okay.
Couldn't even spell it.
That's what my daughter's doing.
Is she really?
It's hard to get in, but stick to it. You can get in.
I'm going to go into elementary education. I want to be a kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
She wants to take my job.
That too.
Are you a kindergarten teacher?
Yes.
No, as a coach. As a coach, no, I don't do good with kids.
Ryleigh.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to.
There you go.
Sorry. I'm gonna go to Moorhead as well.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wanting to also be an elementary education teacher.
Okay.
Thanks. Credits to my mama because she's one and she's one of the greatest ones I know.
Okay.
So I did a lot of praying and talking to God about this because I didn't know where I wanted to go. And I did get a couple offers and a couple schools reach out to me. But I decided to go to Moorhead because I got accepted into the honors program up there. And
Oh, nice.
yeah, and I'm going to be studying political science. So.
Nice.
Yep.
Political science.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to be the mayor of
It is the election season,
She's
We're
going to
not
be
stopping at just the mayor.
mayor. She's going to be the judge executive.
She's going to
You're
be
gonna
the president
governor?
of the United States.
Well, okay then. President Carson.
Why are you trying to put a ceiling on it, Wes?
You're right. I was.
Like, well, we knew her when she was just K-Tolle.
I'm going to walk out to my inauguration to the Imperial March of Fireworks.
I mean, the way this country's going, it would fit right in. So.
Now
Oh,
you talk about an inauguration instead of playing "Hail to the Chief." Dun, dun, dun.
I root for her just for that. That would be fantastic. So, oh my goodness. All
Well,
right.
when you get elected, make sure that we'll just come stream it.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
We'd all like cabinet positions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, Coach, girls, thank you all for spending
Thank you
some
for having
time
us.
with us this evening. Definitely hoping best for you for the season. Sounds like aspirations are definitely high for you guys for sure. So we'll be following along, and like I said, the plan is I know the guys are planning on trying to call some softball and baseball games over there for Bath County. So hopefully we can get it all lined out with their equipment and stuff. We've been working on trying to get that lined out for them to get the
By
sound
that
and stuff
time-
right.
Well, I know the Parks and Rec people, so if you need any help with that, you let me know.
Okay. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Well, we've got a few awards to hand out for the week. So let's start with, and I did not check that prior to 5 o'clock. Let's
this one, okay.
Yeah. Let's start off with our Simply Secured Athlete of the Week from last week. It's going to be Miss Addison Terry from Montgomery County. Had a really big week on the court, and then she had a nice week again this week. She's just playing phenomenal basketball right now. So congrats to Addie for winning the Simply Secured Athlete of the Week. I think that's the first time for her on that one.
She only scored like 300 points last week.
Right.
She's really trying to get to that 1,000 points scored at Montgomery County.
Yes.
So she's really, and she's filling it up. She's really trying to get.
She's already at 2,000 for her career.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
But she's still a little short
just,
on 1,000 here.
I think he said that if she averaged 16 points a game for the rest of the season and got to the regional tournament, she would hit it. So,
and she's been averaging
she's
30.
Been there. I mean, gosh,
yeah.
she's had right at 14, 15, 16 points a game every game. I don't think even some 25-point games in there. So yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and do the nominees because we've got our Athletes of the Month winners as well. So not to get all that confused, we'll go ahead and do our Simply Secured Athlete of the Week nominees for this coming week. From Montgomery County, Andrew Terry had 32 points and 10 rebounds. From Clark, or GRC, however you want to say it, Miss Bailey Fletcher from the wrestling, she got her 100th career win. She finished second in the regionals, and she is qualified for state. From Menifee County, on the basketball court, Brody Parks had 20 points, had 5 3-pointers in that game. So big game there for him. And then from Bath County, Everly Brewer from wrestling, she finished second at region and is also qualified for state. So congrats to all of them that have been nominated for that. Those will also be our People's Champ nominees. That'll drop on Wednesday morning.
And on Everly, every accolade she gets is rewriting the record books.
Yep.
Because they've never had a female wrestler.
Yeah.
So she is setting the standard very, very high.
No kidding.
Yeah, absolutely. And our this week's Mays Law Office People's Champ wound up being Bailey French. So congrats to Bailey on that. And let's see.
I think that may be her fourth of the year.
It might be. Our Rumpke's Dog of the Week was McNabb's 7th grade basketball team. They won the 7th grade state title, finishing the season 37-0. We had them on the show prior to the season, and they kind of joked around going 40-0. Well, they went 37-0 and won that state title on Saturday night. So congrats to them on being this week's Rumpke's Dog of the Week. Now let's switch our attention to our Athletes of the Month. Our Brent Wehunt Kentucky Farm Bureau Athlete of the Month for January, or Athletes of the Month for January, was J.C. Jevedon and Cannon Fugit. So congrats to both of them on that. Our Jacobs Vision Center Athletes of the Month for Montgomery County, Tice Jarvis and Miss Reagan Mays. Our Swartz Mowing and Swartz Pipeline Athletes of the Month from Bath County, Cooper Cox and Bailey French. And then our Mays Law Office's Athletes of the Month from GRC, Montez Gay and Kennedy Stamper. So, do you have the EJ's play up by chance?
I don't have one.
I was trying to send one to Daron, and I don't know that we're going to have time to get it cut or not.
We'll just put it up as a clip.
Okay. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So, next week, no show. We will be at the district tournament. So
we're going to be a little busy next week.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, 6 ball games in 4 days. So a lot to do that with that, and so we'll be doing that, and then I think the week following we'll have a special show on a Sunday night, but we'll save that because.
Oh yeah, you're right. Listen, February has like that just all of a sudden.
I know. There's only 28 days. It's shorter.
We've got some commitments from some guys. I'm going to go back and make sure here in the next day or two. But it looks like we're going to be doing a region preview. We've got some guys that are going to come in from different regions. This region, region 10, region 11. Some other guys that are further out in Western Kentucky that's going to come up, and so we'll be watching Facebook, and we'll put a little bit more of a promo promo post up about that, but just kind of preview all the regions going into the region tournaments and see who is possibly going to be punching their ticket to Rupp Arena.
Maybe everybody together could put together a prediction of their state tournament.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm sure.
That'll be fun. So, and then after that, I think we're back on the softball, baseball trail. We have, we'll have Bath County baseball after that, I believe.
That's right. I think that's right.
All right. So lots going on here for sure.
Actually, Menifee softball will come on the 8th.
Oh, gotcha.
On the 9th.
Okay.
So still.
Yeah. So we're still on the softball, baseball.
Then we have Bath baseball after that.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, again.
Yes. Thanks you all for coming in, spending a little time with us, giving us a little understanding, looking like a team again.
Like I said, precedent's been set.
Yeah, right. So good luck this season. And, can't wait for hopefully Matthew and Andrew and BA to hopefully get out there and do a bunch of games for you all and the baseball team.
Yeah.
So
they can do them both right there.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, awesome. Well, guys, there you have it for this edition of the From Corner to Corner podcast.
Sean.
Yes, sir? And it wouldn't be a show if he didn't interrupt me.
We can't go off the air without saying we lost a huge sports figure today. Harry Hogg died.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Harry Hogg did pass away.
95 years old.
Well, apparently Adam doesn't know who that guy is. So,
I mean, Robert Duvall was one of the best.
Yes. Yeah, that was the immediate character that I thought of whenever I saw he died today. So,
maybe we can do it.
Yeah.
None of these people, none of these girls know who it is.
That's a great movie.
Great movie.
You only go home and watch
actor
Days
for
of
sure.
Thunder.
One of my favorite actors of all time. So, but anywho, episode 381 is in the books. Next time you see us will be tomorrow night. We'll be at the arena. I believe the boys are playing Scott High. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow night, 7:30 tip-off on Huddle, Facebook, and YouTube. See you guys tomorrow night. Thanks again, Coach and gals.
Go Cats.
See y'all next week.
The From Corner to Corner podcast wants to send a huge thank you to all our amazing sponsors who help keep this show rolling each week. Your support lets us keep covering local sports, sharing stories, and building community together. We truly couldn't do it without you. Thank you for believing in us, and let's keep making an impact together.
The Moco Four Horsemen would like to thank you for listening to From Corner to Corner. Be sure to go out and follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Whatever podcast platform that you listen to us on, be sure to go out and give us a 5-star review. Thanks as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week.